Trashman digs through garbage and gets a nice surprise. My mom lives in a really small town, where people get into other people's business quite often. My brother and his family live next door to my mom, on opposite ends of shared property. Though it's his shared land, they do have separate addresses for their homes. They will often share responsibilities and the like. Well, neither household accumulates enough trash each week to justify both of them having trash service. My mom pays for the pickup and they share a trash can. They rarely even fill the one can between both households. The trash man noticed a piece of junk mail with my brother's name and address on it one day, and had a fit, saying that they had to pay for their own trash service. My mom ignored him. They weren't doing anything wrong. Trashman didn't like this. He started going through her trash before dumping it in the truck to make sure there wasn't anything in there with my brother's information on it. My brother's household started burning all junk mail, so no one is the wiser, even if they weren't doing anything wrong. The trashman kept threatening to have their service cancelled. Again, my mom ignored him. He kept digging through the trash and just being a dick in general. I told her she should have reported him, but she didn't. Fast forward a couple of weeks. My mom has chickens. Something kept killing my mom's chickens. My brother set a trap to catch or kill whatever it was and they waited. A few days later, the culprit of the chicken killing was caught. It was a skunk. At this point, the skunk was dead and smelled awful. Instead of disposing of the skunk properly, my mom decided to be a dick. She had my brother put the skunk in the trash can under a bag of trash. It baked in the sun for a couple of days before the trash man came again. Mom stood outside and watched as the smug trash man opened the can to dig through it and gagged from the stench of the dead, recently sprayed skunk. I don't think my mom had ever been so proud of herself. Trashman stopped digging through the trash and stopped making threats after that though. Edit, just to clear a few things up. 1. In the rural area that they live, trash pickup is optional. A lot of people will just haul their trash to the landfill on their own. With it being optional, they cannot force anyone to pay for pickup. 2. Nothing in their agreement does it say that you cannot have someone else's trash in your bin. It only states you will be billed more if the trash exceeds the number of cans you have rented. 3. I lived in the house that my brother is living in for 3 years. I paid for the trash and my mom would bring her bags down to our cans. There was never an issue. The new trash man on their route is just an asshole. 4. Just like a commenter below said, they pay for one can, fill one can, and the trash man picks up one can. This violates nothing according to their agreement. Now to the comments. I just picture your mom on a porch with a glass of lemonade, feet up on the railing, smiling gently in a rocking chair with a nice nod to the trash man. Legend. Somehow I picture a lady lifting her glass of lemonade while smiling at the trash guy. I'm like to picture her wearing a tuxedo t-shirt. Our trash man was cool. Asked him one day what the worst thing that is put in the trash, and yes, it is a skunk. But it gets worse after it's compacted and explodes in the truck. Gag just thinking about it. Unpopular opinion. Skunk isn't that bad of a smell. Canned tuna, ranch snack foods are much worse. Excuse me, what the duck? Your mom is awesome. Lol. OP replied, I thought so too. Please, give your mom a hug from me. What an amazing woman. When I read the part that said something was killing your mom's chickens, I was thinking the trash guy was going after her livestock out of spite. I thought the trap was going to catch his hand in the bin. Imagine if before he went through the trash your mom said, I wouldn't do that if I were you, and he said that he needs to make sure there isn't personal info there, and she just shook her head and said, guess you'll learn the hard way. OP replied, I'm sure that's the thought process she had played out in her head. Lol. It's like teaching a toddler an important life lesson using the carcass of a dead animal as an educational aid. Stinky success. Your mom's a badass, Lamau. OP replied, thanks. /r/petty revenge would love this. I am in the trash game. Is this guy just an employee or does he own the company? Either which way, switch service if can. This guy is a cocksucker. Cocksucker is such a stupid insult. It needs to go away. I've always liked getting my dick sucked, and I appreciate the people who do it. Sucking a dick is nothing to be ashamed of. I believe he is referring to the now deceased rooster that the skunk recently offed. I hate people like that. It's not money out of his pocket. He's a ducking trash collector, not a cop. It may be a private service where city waste management doesn't go. Where I live, that's all we've got, and it would be money out of his pocket. Except it's really not. If I throw away my sister's trash, do I need to pay for 2 services? You pay to have your can emptied once a week. What you put in there is your business. I was expecting the trash man to be the chicken killer. This was a better ending. Whoa, wait, skunks kill chickens? So, they stink them to death? Skunks are predators. And they're built somewhat like a cat. Explains all those Pepe Le Pew cartoons where he tries to score with that cat. Who the duck can he report them to? The trash police? Excellent. But not ProRevenge. Better in r/petty revenge. You guys have to book and pay for your trash removal. Is this common in other parts of the world? In Australia, the council will supply you with your bins and the service and is covered by our taxes. That's how it works in the US. Private trash companies. In my neighborhood we even have more than one choice. They compete. I've never seen 2 trash companies operating the same neighborhood. Either there's only one in a city, or they divide up territories. I'm picturing 2 garbage trucks driving down the road with the guys hanging off the back yelling insults back and forth. Or maybe trying to whack each other with sticks. 1. You have to pay separately to have your bins collected. 2. Bin men have the ability to cancel your contract. What I want to know here is how your brother caught the dang skunk. There's one in my neighborhood that has sprayed everyone's dogs at least twice. Mine included. Your brother is my hero. You can get a live trap at most hardware stores, or contact your local county and have them come out with a live trap. In Alberta, Fish and Wildlife will trap a nuisance animal for you. On our block of 4 houses, we share trash cans a lot. If someone has too much of one of the 3, trash, recyclables, yard waste, we ask others to borrow some space in theirs. Nobody cares. OP replied. And I feel that's how it should be, makes me not want to throw anything away there, lol. Hashtag I'm the trash man. I eat garbage. I throw the garbage all over the ring. Well, that's one way to have a bad day, dang. Wait? You have to pay to get trash picked up. So do you, if not directly you do through taxes. God dang taxes. Awesome revenge, not pro though. /r/petty revenge. I had family do this shared one can between 2 homes for a while too. Sure enough they got caught and fined. They tried fighting it but the city had this exact situation outlined in their agreement when they signed up for pickup. Now they have to have their own cans. God help anyone who goes through my trash can, they'll find copious amounts of small plastic bags full of dog shit.